In New Mexico, a 19-year-old is at the center of a controversial and highly publicized case. Alexee Trevizo, who claims she was unaware of her pregnancy, now faces serious charges following a shocking incident at a local hospital. Alexee Trevizo's case has captured the attention of the nation, with many questioning how such a situation could occur. Trevizo arrived at the hospital complaining of severe back pain, unaware that she was about to give birth. Security footage shows her making repeated trips to the bathroom. Medical staff were shocked when Trevizo unexpectedly delivered a baby in the hospital bathroom. The doctor who attended to her recounts the harrowing discovery.
That girl went into that bathroom, made no sounds at all, and the baby came out of her. I saw the baby in there, so I pulled the baby out, got him on the bed, checked for signs of life. There was absolutely no life whatsoever. Went in there to talk to the patient, okay, and asked her why was the baby in the trash can.
And what did she say?
She said that it just came out of her and she didn't know what to do.
Did they have any comments?
Not one.
Really?
I was really surprised. Not one person asked me about the baby, if it was alive, if it was dead, if it was a boy, if it was a girl. No one asked me anything. Not even, she didn't even ask. No, she didn't ask. The only thing she started doing was crying and started talking about she didn't know what to do. Not one. I've never seen I've delivered multiple babies and I've seen multiple miscarriages and I've never seen a reaction like that. And I don't even know what to say about that. I've never seen anything like it in my life. It's hard to fathom what was going on in her mind.
Nurses and hospital staff were left in disbelief as they processed the events that unfolded. Their testimonies paint a picture of confusion and tragedy.
Didn't know what this blood was from. We were a little concerned that maybe she had, known that we were gonna figure it out and that she might have harmed herself or something in the restroom. So the doc she said she needed to go have a bowel movement, and that's kind of when the whole thing happened. At some point, I went and kind of checked on her, knocked on the door, seen if she needed anything. She denied. She said she didn't need anything.
Did you hear anything?
I didn't hear anything.
Toilet flush?
Yes. After a while, I started hearing. So I probably checked on her 2 to 3 times. I'm not exactly sure. And then I just kept hearing paper towel dispenser and flushing and like the water running. And I knocked again. Did she need anything? Denied anything. And then eventually it got to a point where I said, "You need to come out." And I asked the clerk to get the key to unlock the door, because obviously she locked the door to go to the restroom. And whenever we finally had the key to unlock it, she opened it and just kind of walked out.
Did she say anything at that point?
She didn't say anything. She was just looking kind of straight past me and went back to the room. To discover, that she was pregnant, and she wore really baggy clothing. And she wouldn't sit still for you. I'm sure she was very uncomfortable too, but yeah, she was.
She came out of the restroom. There was a little trail of blood from the bathroom back to her room. We went to her room. I went to get her undressed. The doctor came in, explained to her that she had a miscarriage. Her and her mom had a back and forth about it.
The doctor said she had a miscarriage?
Yeah.
Okay.
She said it seems, essentially, I'm not sure the exact words, so it was a few months ago, but she said, it seems that you've suffered from a miscarriage, which didn't seem totally abnormal. I've seen awful miscarriages before that are very bloody.
Right.
And so...
was she bloody?
Mm-hmm.
Like her legs? And
she had blood all down her legs, and then there was blood in the bathroom everywhere. So
where exactly was the blood and how much?
It was a good amount. It was on the floor.
The investigation took a grim turn when a garbage collector found the baby in a trash bag. This discovery intensified the scrutiny on Trevizo's actions.
When I went to go through the trash, I felt that when I picked up the trash and I looked in it, there was trash in it, but I knew that it didn't feel like when I picked it up it was some weight, so I thought it was the trash bags, because we put the trash bags on the bottom. And so I started getting the trash out, and then when I did that, I seen that there was a baby in there. And that's when I freaked out, and I called Lori and HT, or the nurses up front, and because there was a baby in the trash. And the baby, when I looked at it, the baby was wrapped up like in a, like at the bottom of the trash can, and with trash on top of it.
Can you like describe the baby?
Yeah, he was about like that big. He had hair, and he was like purplish, but still not like pink. I don't know how to describe it. He was like, he wasn't bruised or nothing like that, and he was like purple, pink skin type color.
Okay.
How was the bag? How was the bag placed, or what?
It looks like she wrapped it around like that, and then wrapped it like under him, and then put him on the bottom of it.
Okay. And was the baby moving at all?
No,
Okay. Did you touch him at all?
there was blood everywhere. There was blood on the floor, on the wall,
Do you remember which wall?
the one behind the toilet, and then the one on the side right here. There's the one where the toilet sits, back of that,
Yeah.
and then on the side,
Where the call button is?
yeah,
Okay.
and on the floor, everywhere. It was all over the place, all over the floor, because even when I was going into the bathroom, there was blood on the coming out of the bathroom on the floor.
Okay.
So it was everywhere.
Okay.
So there's blood coming out of the bathroom? Do you
Yeah,
know how far it went?
footsteps.
Okay.
I think they were the person that was in there. Her
I
foot.
said, "Are you okay?" And she said, "Yes, I'm fine. I'm just having a hard time going to the bathroom," is what she replied. So I was like, okay. It was like blood everywhere, like on the walls, on the toilet. It just looked like a horror film. And I moved it towards the door. I was like, it is heavy. So I pulled it out because it had like a fresh liner inside. So we didn't think nothing of it because we looked. So when I pulled the liner out, there was like paper towels. Then we had rolled trash bags already in there.
Mm-hmm.
But she had grabbed a few and like balled them up and put them on top of him. So when I removed them, that's when I noticed the baby on the bottom of the trash can just wrapped in the bag. Like she had it tight, like because it was the top was twisted and then like tucked under, like so it wouldn't open up. And when I picked it up, that's when I noticed it even more because all I saw was black and purple. But once we picked it up, like the bag suctioned to his face, and that's when I yelled for my charge nurse, which was HT. And I told him, hey, she put her baby in the trash can. So I handed the baby to him, and he took off to the trauma room and opened up the bag, and then that's when we went and got Dr. Vasquez. To me, I mean, it looked like she had given birth in there and was trying to clean it up. Like, it wasn't that much blood on the floor, but you could tell she was cleaning it up because it was, like, smeared and somewhat cleaned up.
Alexee Trevizo now faces charges related to the incident, including potential charges of neglect and endangerment. The courtroom proceedings have been closely followed by the public.
Do you guys have, I'm the charge nurse here, do you guys have any questions for me?
Like, how big is the baby?
It's full term.
What? 9 months? Nothing was crying. Lexi, have you watched the news of the girls that what they do to their babies and what they go to jail? Nothing was crying. Where did you put the baby at? Tell me the truth. In there.
517-836-460.
That came out of your toy bag? You put it in the bag?
Yes.
In what bag? Why did you say anything to us? Do you want to get in trouble for this now? You could get in trouble for this, baby.
Mom, alright, just give it time, okay?
Trevizo's boyfriend was also brought in for questioning. His statements added another layer of complexity to the case as investigators sought to understand the full scope of the situation.
Her hips were hurting and her back. And then last night we're on the phone together and she said her hips were hurting bad. I asked her if anything else was hurting and she said just everything. And she went to sleep.
But she's a cheerleader too, so she's big in cheers. They have cheer competition. She works out. I mean,
And she's been active this whole
yeah,
time?
she's been active this whole time.
How long have y'all been together?
Almost 2 years.
2 years? Okay. So, not trying to be rude, but you are more than likely would be the father? Okay.
In a surprising turn, Trevizo was rearrested after being released, raising further questions about the ongoing investigation and legal strategy.
Gave law enforcement a warning.
You bet when this is over, I'm coming for the police department and the hospital. I am.
And made a plea.
Please don't get rough with her, please.
Eventually, the teen comes out.
Hi. What's your name?
Alexee.
Okay. What's the last 4 of your social?
She don't even know it.
Trevizo gets cuffed and booked, charged with first-degree murder. Annalisa Pardo, KRQE, News 13.